That so-called flame main is just a fraud.
Oh?
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, yep. Oh, never mind. What? King Deshret and the Three Magi. Chapter 3, Act 4, The Missing Village Keepers. Aaru Village, Sumeru. Ask the locals for information. Entrusted by Isak, a resident of Aaru Village, you and Cyno begin looking for clues about the village keepers. Who is this? Oh yeah, I forgot we have to talk to people.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Oh jeez.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
The breakfast of champions.
Anything else?
What?
No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
That's it? And you just left.
Alright, thanks.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
He is a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. Honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
What?
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
Why do they look related? Is that just me?
Probably are.
Probably are.
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Boom.
He's gonna know everything.
Sir,
He probably
have you
is.
seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. That might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you.
Free food?
I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy.
I know.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
Oh, what's wrong, Cyno? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now.
Okay.
Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Is someone watching us? Oh, Chapter Act 4, condition that the Magi started. Let's go. Follow Cyno. Where did he go? Alright, Cyno, I'm here.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Oh, Scarlet King again.
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a
Oh.
sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh.
Oh.
Now that you say it,
Sacrifice.
does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Exactly. Those city folks will
knows?
get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Oh, jeez. He just appeared out of
Who
nowhere.
are you? Where did you come from?
Stop eating. I hear your loud chewing. I don't like it.
Hungry.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, chill.
He's becoming a Teletubby.
Bro, this guy's
Wha-
something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true.
Keep talking.
It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return. Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall.
Conqueror.
They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
The academia is probably the true target of their hatred.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, and many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody.
Oh.
Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes,
Yikes.
got it. We'll do just as you say.
Jeez. So ominous of you, Cyno.
That scared Paimon half to death. Cyno is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies. True.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you to not get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we'll find something there.
Very well.
Isak!
There he is.
Here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Isak. Okay.
Oh, there he goes.
There you go. Oh my gosh. Don't fall.
Whoa.
Otherwise. Oh, that okay.
He looks so
I thought,
happy.
I thought that was the
He's
void.
almost
It was just,
starting to falling
He
doom.
likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
I do those
Every now and
things.
then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people
What's
are really
walking?
scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
oh. Jeez, how far is this?
Wholesome energy.
Wholesome energy. This is the place?
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
What's that smell? Cyno, did you catch a faint whiff of incense?
No.
Oh!
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
Oh no, it's definitely that one.
Oh,
But are you okay? Are
Oh,
you
no.
getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
Yep.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari.
Yep, we do.
Huh?
we know
You know him
everyone.
too? Are you two friends?
Yes.
Yes. They're best friends.
They are bestie.
Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait.
Oh, what?
Surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
I can't handle this scent very well.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was in the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
Let's keep looking for more clues. It'd be more efficient if we split up. Okay, are we splitting up? I guess a little bit. I don't know what it looks like. Okay, he's just walking around. Is it this? No, that's just a star shroom. Oh wait, observe for. Oh, there's footprints. These footprints are at least rather clear. Follow the footprints.
They're pretty clear, jeez. I don't know,
Again?
just look for some clues.
Oh, there we go. What's up, Cyno?
What are you looking for, Cyno?
Here it is.
Oh, you found
Take
it?
a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here, from the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village. The scent is quite faint, but still extant.
Ooh.
The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
Oh, jeez.
The
Okay.
toy?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Wait, someone lured him away? Oh, now I'm thinking it's actually Tori. Hang on. No, come on. Lured him away? So that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
You get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
True, I guess.
Exactly.
Well, I don't love you.
Most scholars are fond
chill,
of
jeez.
incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
New knowledge?
Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa. So,
Your
someone's
grandpa's
taking
becoming an
advantage of their
experiment.
weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Deshret?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him. Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Indeed.
Let's head to Aaru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here.
Okay.
After that,
Good
we'll set
idea.
off to find the scholars.
Oh, so we're gonna go find the scholars? Okay, then. Let's go back to the village chief's house.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
What are you guys talking about?
Back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell
Girl
you.
things.
Girl thing.
Ah, welcome back.
Hello.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Yep.
Oh, Dia's here too.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Wait, that's
Oh, yeah,
true.
where is
Where is Alhaitha? Nah, what
Hey.
is he doing?
Where the hell is he?
Dude slipped away.
Huh.
He
I
got
saw him
lured.
around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Of course.
Maybe
Did you
those were
find
what
out
the
anything
footprints were.
useful?
Maybe. actually. You tell Candace and Dia everything you've learned.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
Yes. What are these two fools doing?
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it.
What? He's spying.
Far as I know,
Oh.
the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall.
Who is he with?
Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts.
He's with
No
Dottore.
seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Academia?
Makes sense.
Or maybe it is. It really is Dottore.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
Everyone's against us, Paimon. I don't know if that's a good idea.
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip.
Ooh.
Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Ah, yeah.
Delavar.
The scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Jeez. I feel like I've heard these names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common. and
Have we?
that's being broke. The
Oh,
rougher
this
life
guy's still
gets,
watching.
The more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia.
Of course. Hey, yo.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in
It's
the
a little
desert.
sus.
Anyway,
know.
that's my guess why they've chosen to become
Sus?
radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
But Dia, Huh? Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now. That was a wink? Okay then.
No
she
merc
didn't
can afford
blink.
to slack
I
off
didn't
on
see her
gathering
blink her eye.
intelligence. Every more I've
Well, she
spent
did
in
it
the tavern
faster
has
than
been
the
a
speed of
valuable
light. Then,
investment.
okay.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Aaru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Cyno, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
He heard every single word. Oh wait, no. Wait, wait. Maybe Dia saw him. And that's why she winked
Yeah,
at
she
us?
definitely did.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're here.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yup.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was
Clearly
only
not.
after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more.
Jeez.
Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans. just as they are.
Aww.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Oh, this is so sad. I understand how she feels, but I hope she doesn't do anything drastic here.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those.
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Alright, we're going to the tavern.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
Uh-oh.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
A drink?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Actually, from another world. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ooh.
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
So we're gonna meet Delavar?
Apparently.
Oh, but...
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Suspicious.
That's really sus.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Of course you tricked us.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
It's okay, we can defeat them together.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aaru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
Oh no.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Cyno behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Alright then,
But you got one
we
thing
have to
right.
kill them.
We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
We
If
have
that's
to
the
defeat
case,
these
then I'm sure
fools.
Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
Easy.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engur.
Oh, these
You're
are...
here too.
Oh, these guys are Delavar and Engur.
Long time no see.
Oh, he's the
Mr.
guy who
Mercenary.
spied on us.
You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong.
Wow.
Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Yeah.
Enough
I
talking.
guess.
Get him.
Uh-oh. So we got the fight.
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
You got
No
this.
problem. I got this.
New punching.
Oh wait, we're actually fighting those two. That's
This
it.
is order. I'll uproot you.
Yeah, I just hit him with a meteor.
Shroud.
We're fine.
Take that.
Are they so loud about their meteor attack?
Rise.
Got him.
She did nothing.
Impossible.
It's okay.
How could you?
I got them myself.
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it.
See, I knew that's why
I
she.
figured
Okay.
as much the first time we drank together.
Big brain.
You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
With one swift kick, Dia knocks Zaki unconscious.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aaru Village?
Yep, she has.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So those names you mentioned.
Oh, you mean the funny names she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
Of course.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who is the duck-tailed bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Oh, that one. Oh, we thought he was a nice dude.
Yeah, he was pretty nice.
So he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow!
Oh.
What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out. Exactly.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
That's good. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude.
oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people unless they were truly compassionate.
Oh.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
It's all the sage's fault.
But
What
I
are we
see
doing?
through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
Okay.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aaru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
Okay. Sounds good.
As for
Alright.
these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Wow. Did she really like almost kill him? Okay. Wait, okay, let's wait until 6 o'clock.
Alright, time to take a nap.
Time to take a nap. Oh, she
Good
already
night,
has.
everyone.
She already has the icon. We took a grand
awake.
sleep while standing up.
Yeah, it happens
Right on
from time to
time.
time.
Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Responsibility, I like that.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot
Yeah.
of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really?
Yeah, you're amazing.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Oh, Cyno.
Oh.
Oh, Cyno's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Okay, looks like we're gonna go interrogate them. Do I have to do? Oh no, we have to talk to Candace. Oh, she's in here.
Candace, where? Whoa,
Oh,
you look furious.
she gave him a scolding.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
I agree.
Yes,
I
yes,
agree.
ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Oh, what the heck?
Well, looks like Cyno taught her well.
She mastered it really quickly.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Yikes.
Jeez.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will only result in war,
Exactly.
and war serves no one.
Exactly.
The people of Aaru
Exactly.
Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
and that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
Yes. Someone's finally speaking
We're
sense.
sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
Now you can't just let them go. It's
I'm
risky.
listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Oh, everyone's just being deceived.
Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
There's some mystery man. That could be Detroit.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Oh.
Yes, sorry. It was all
Have
that
mercy,
mystery man's
sir.
doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
It could also be one of the sages. I'm not too sure. Where are the village keepers now?
I'm not sure.
Bruh.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Jeez. 3 strikes and you're dead.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
Who's him? I really want to know who's him.
2.
What?
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there.
Who's the mystery guy? I want to know.
You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Okay. Do you have any idea who that mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Okay, well, can you tell us what he looked like?
That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face.
Oh yeah,
That's the story.
The Scarlet King's envoy.
I didn't even ask that question. He just answered me. Like that, the traveler didn't ask that. I asked that, and he still answered. That's weird.
He wears a cloak.
I may know what's going on.
Uncle.
It's your brain.
Whoops! I accidentally skipped your line. I'm so sorry. Uh-oh. What did he do? Cyno.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia.
Tutorius was a former student of the academia.
Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
In Sumeru City, Satoria also mentioned King Deshret's resurrection is just the academia's misinformation campaign.
Oh yeah.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Of course.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Oh yeah.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Woo!
We're here. I'll hate them.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Woo!
What? Dude's reading a book.
Oh god.
Where did you come from?
From the clouds.
Well.
Oh my gosh, look at how he's sitting.
See, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
He's reading a book.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Typical Paimon.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Go ahead, I won't stop you. Oh.
Never mind! Paimon's got
Alright, I was really looking forward to
I know, I actually kind of wanted to hear what she had to say. On an ugly nickname.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Just call him a nerd.
Well,
exactly.
You've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aaru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere.
Silence.
Enough with the silent treatment!
I know.
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Jeez, what's so bad about him?
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aaru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Jeez. Oh, I hate them looking like the enemy here. He's full of
Not to mention
suspicious
that going
motives.
separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh?
And what was
Right
it?
here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
Okay.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aaru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said? Most people in Aaru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find new info from someone we've already spoken to?
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's
It's
been
her.
observing your
Who's
every
that?
move since you
Oh, wait,
arrived.
it's her.
It's the girl we talked to who
Zach.
looked like the
Yeah, Zach girl.
Isak.
The reason being, to
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
who only wants to live their life
She
in
went to
peace,
bed early.
any external
Yeah.
factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Oh.
You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Cyno's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aaru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Oh.
Then why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
I guess that's reasonable.
We're on it!
Yeah.
Now we have to do everything ourselves. Also, look over there. What the heck?
It's the sounds of the wicked.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Oh.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing. Hi, Miss Shawnee.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why's that?
Because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this.
She's speaking through the walls.
Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
No. I'm just kidding. I can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
True, we're from another world.
But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you.
Yes, trust us.
My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace.
Gee, she has to walk on eggshells all the time.
And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham.
Okay.
I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Yikes, okay.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
Jeez, really are just built different, aren't we?
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could you make out where the sounds are coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Elazar.
It's been abandoned for years.
We need to check out that hospital. Can I teleport over there? Oh no, I can't. Okay then. Time to make the long journey.
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Monsters! Watch out!
Uh-oh. I said we have to fight.
Evil conquering.
I got it.
Good job. Very proud.
One with the force.
Yeah, very extremely.
Order guide you.
I
That's
am
it.
so proud.
Propagate.
Don't shoot me. Oh, you shot me. Got it. Oh, never mind. What?
Can't see.
Alright then.
Stabilize.
I'll uproot you.
Of course, this one huge lava troll.
Spring forth.
Yeah.
Scatter.
Gather. This is order.
Lament.
Come on.
Here.
What? Got it.
Oh, nice.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
What were you even expecting?
Super strong
Oh,
bandits?
nothing.
Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, something like that.
What's up,
That is most likely never going to happen.
We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
Tendro. Oh.
Let's go in and take a look.
You carefully search the abandoned hospital. There's nothing here.
Hey, Hatham, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then,
Until then, what?
I'm taking a break.
Until
What? Okay then.
Whoa.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
She sounds like you
What?
when you read. I'm just kidding.
Be quiet.
So...
She doesn't.
You got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already.
I guess that is true.
And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, Paimon's the best. Oh, okay. We just went straight tonight.
Be like that.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Huh. Oh, that was what the cries.
There it is.
Oh my gosh, there's actually someone crying.
It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here?
It's kind of creepy, not gonna lie.
Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
Nah.
But there's no way we can get down here.
No.
That's like the basement.
No thanks.
Something
You can
is
just
off about the
cry.
interior here.
What? Okay. I'll hate them. This is not a good idea. Uh-oh.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Whoa. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
What? Okay, investigate the elemental monuments. Well, where are they? Oh, there's one.
Yay!
That one's the one I'll hate them opened. Oh, there's one right here. How do I open it? Oh. Whoa, what is that? I never seen that one before.
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Order guide you.
Germinate.
Oh no, there's more.
Reinforcements are coming.
Worthless! Scatter!
I will have order.
And you're dead.
Propagate!
Ah, that's two.
I think I saw it.
Where? Oh yeah, up here. More enemies? Yep. What are these?
I'll uproot you. Can't see.
Stabilize.
Scatter!
Stabilize.
Stabilize. Where'd you go? Hey, stop hiding.
Propagate!
Oh, that was actually really easy. Here's an already do this one.
Look, there's someone over there.
We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Ew.
He's going insane.
Wait.
Is this the grandpa?
Who is he? Oh, is he the grandpa?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
Who is he?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
Oh.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
What?
Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
Okay, that's dark. That's really
Yikes.
dark.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Oh?
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
No. Oh yeah.
Oh, yep. The Aramite guy who went mad.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aaru Village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aaru Village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aaru Village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Oh, jeez.
With the technology of the
Yeah, it's like
Sumeru
that.
academia, it's entirely possible.
That's cruel.
Perhaps the process
No.
caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
How did you learn of this technology?
I'm the academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
No, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars have made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the doctor, and also the balladeer. They're using divine knowledge capsules to turn the balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The academia needs people who have been exposed to divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
I know. Ask me.
The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But
Are we
what
gonna
is
tell
their
them?
ultimate goal?
Are you gonna tell me? Are we?
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry.
Wow.
Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Exactly.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
I agree.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Makes sense.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
So, what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
How? You're carrying him.
We'll work out our next step after we return to Aaru Village.
Okay.